Hey, what's up everybody? Alright, so this video is on an Air Force One. This is the Air Force One Obsidian cone, as you can't see. Yeah, the box tag obviously got torn off, but it says Air Force One. I think that's a W. It's a woman's Air Force One. Oh wait, no, it's not a women's Air Force One. What am I saying? It's just a, yeah, it's like this, the colorway is Obsidian cone. These are from 2000, so yeah, it's pull the shoes out, and so one shoe has aged quite a bit, and then the other shoe is super fresh. It's kind of just one of those things. Sometimes that happens sitting in the box so long, depending on where they're sitting. But yeah, the light is treating it pretty nice. But if you can't tell, this shoe is super fresh, and this shoe has been yellowed quite a bit and dried out. So this whole midsole, this lighting is making them look better than they are. They're actually pretty, the midsole is pretty yellow. I'm not sure if I can pull them back, maybe that'll show, but if I do that, you can kind of see the difference there. But yeah, I'm gonna try to unyellow these with Salon Care 40, see what happens. They're not only yellowed, they're definitely like, they're dry. You know, they feel hard. Even this part down here is not, doesn't have that translucent tint that the fresh pair does, but fortunately the uppers are fine. The leathers is the same, so but yeah, I'll give you a look at this one. I'll hold these up side by side right here. You can see a little better kind of what's going on. But this was when Air Force Ones were made, super nice. I wish I had these in my size. Yeah, I might give these to my friend. She's an 8 eventually. But yeah, they're men's size 6.5, women's size 8, but they're just so beautiful. You can see the leather on this is just a standard release in 2002, 2000 also. This is not, you know, a premium release or anything like that, but the leather is like those craft Air Force Ones. I wish I still had those. I would have done I should have done a comparison on these ones with that, because this is just a standard release, and the leather is, it's not anything overly thick, trying to look nice or whatever. It's just I mean, you can see it's like, it's pretty standard thickness, not crazy thick, not crazy thin, but it's just super soft. And this is how Air Force Ones are made. It's not just these that are special. Like, this is what the standard was, and you know, it's just changed so much. There's no weird synthetic feel to them. There's no like plastic coming off on them. It's, the shape is nice. You have, I mean, look at the toe box. It's nice, and like, look how low that is. That's like how the OGs were. You had a small piece here, and you know, it connected with the midsole. You know, it was like all one transition, rather than like push back and, you know, high up and boxy or super blocky. But it yeah, there's way more shape to it, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe. I mean, they were definitely more narrow. You can see how this like kind of comes over and out. See if you can get an angle of that. Versus, you know, everything is just straight up, blocky, wide. cheaply made, but try to get the right angles here. And then the mesh is super different. You know, looking at it, you'd think it'd be like the mesh nowadays, where the mesh nowadays is like hard and like stiff. You know, it's a completely different mesh. It's soft and like feels like cloth. You know, like you tie your shoes tight and it's gonna wrap your foot. Super soft and kind of puffy. It's not that hard where you like, nowadays you scratch it and it's like really loud, and it's just, I don't know, I love high quality materials, and it's unfortunate Nike used to be like that, and that's what we all love, but nowadays they're just putting out trash, and you know, but some people are still buying it. But I'm by no means a Air Force One collector. I mean, I like to collect them, but you know, there's a lot of sneakerheads out there who love this OG Air Force One style, you know, from the 90s, early 2000s, and they really know all the differences, and you know, I can see it. You know, there's definitely a beauty to the original Air Force One that hasn't been seen in so long. Even the tongue, usually the tongues get a little bit cheaper material, like nowadays especially, like I feel like they figure out that's a good way to cut costs. Like just a simple cutting of the cost on the tongue material, you know, you do that make so many shoes, it saves a ton of money. But these, it's the same leathers on the tongue as it here. Like it's just nice tumbled leather. But yeah, I mean, these were 2000, so it wasn't the super OG shape. They were getting a little away from it, just slightly, but it was still really nice. You had a little bit of a contour back there still, you know, some contour here, still a little bit of a shape rather than the straight up. And you can see the puffiness of the heel right here rather than a hard, thin piece. And this was still the era when you had the, my mind's, I have like a brain fart right now. What's it called? It's like a silky, there's a word for it, I forget, but the inner collar here, they used to make Air Force Ones like that. It's like a super soft, silky lining. You can see in there, kind of that sheen to it. They all used to have that, and now they don't. I mean, some of them it might look the same, but it's not. It's like super soft, you know, like really comfortable. Nice Nike Air back there. I think these are pretty rare to find, especially in like men's sizes. I've never been able to find them in a men's size. They're pretty much DS. I think that somebody tried them on and wore them a little bit. I've been meaning to clean this off, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And then this one, unfortunately this one is like yellowed. It'd be cool if they were both yellowed, or they were both just fresh, because the yellow doesn't look terrible with the orange. It kind of goes nicely with it. Like I said, the lighting makes it look a lot better. It's actually pretty damn yellow in person, but the uppers are still all nice. And one way you can see like that OG Air Force One, like this angle, how it just goes nicely. It's a low profile, it's nicely rounded, it's a short little piece here, super aerodynamic looking. You just don't get that anymore. I do have some other old school Air Force Ones I'm going to be posting soon. Some Comet 2000s, some mids, same year, same type of leather as this. Actually, the same color kind of too. It's like a navy. So stay tuned for that if you guys want to check those out. But yeah, got a little rock in there. Yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Yeah, I go on a lot about the difference in quality in leather. I would say I'm for sure a stickler about that. I just wish, you know, there was kind of more of a movement behind it, so Nike would like, because I mean, there was in the, I think 10 years ago, they would drop the quality of Jordan really bad. And, you know, enough people complained, they started, you know, they had to make some adjustments. I think it's still pretty shitty, but it definitely is not. I mean, before they'd even tried to cut costs in the paint they were using. So they were like painting the midsoles and it just started cracking off. And, you know, a lot of those shoes from that era, the midsoles are just trash because the paint is all off, you know, unless you want to repaint them. But yeah, they had to change that, you know, because people were like, yo, what is going on? But yeah, I wish they would do that with Air Force Ones, bring back some originals. They'll make some adjustments. Sometimes you'll see they'll do a little bit more of an aerodynamic toe box, but the whole shoe doesn't have the contour like it used to. You can see that shape, how it, you know, like comes out a little bit. The midsole's a little contoured. There's definitely like some craftsmanship behind this, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. The actual date these were made was, you can see that, it's 5/18/2000. Oh damn, so that's, no, 5/8/2000. So that's just over 21 years ago. Old Air Force Ones, like, they seem wearable, but they do still have obviously an airbag in them. And I think the lows, it's just in the back, and it's not the forefoot either. The mids have the forefoot, but you can sometimes, if you press here on these old ones, you can hear it kind of crack inside, and it's all dried out. I'm sure this one is not well because the midsole is all dried out. So I think you can wear them lightly, but you know, you can't. You know, you definitely can't do any sort of athletic or, you know, wear them too hard because, you know, the guts inside are not doing well, and I'm sure it'll probably damage the shoe or maybe fall apart somehow. But yeah, they hold up for collecting purposes as far as visual really well. So just a couple of more angles of this. Shape looks like. The Obsidian is obviously the navy, and then the cone is the orange, like, safety cone. So that's what that is. But all right, well, yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be posting some more Jordans from my collection, Air Force Ones. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to unyellow this and see what it does. If it actually unyellows, then I'll probably do like an update vid. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice day.